Would you like to 10x the profits in your business? I'm pretty sure the answer is yes. So let's get into it. Hey guys, my name is Forrest Proctor. You're watching the Epoch Creative YouTube channel where I talk about everything video production, photography, and business that goes along with that. If you have not done it yet, please subscribe to the channel because this is all I do and all I talk about, and I think I give a lot of value. Now, as you can see from the thumbnail, I'm going to talk about how to 10x the profit of your business without spending any money. This video has nothing to do with gear. This video has nothing to do with courses, although I think that stuff is great. This is something you can implement tomorrow or today, and it's going to increase your revenue drastically. And also, guys, stay tuned to the end of the video because I have a free gift that's going to X your business even more. So if you'll stay for the end, I will make sure that you get that free gift. Now, I'm about to share the secret with you, and I'm not pretending to be a millionaire or, a super famous or successful YouTuber, but I have successfully been a content creator for brands and companies, owning my own video and photo business, making 6 figures a year for 4 or 5 years now. And this is the secret. The secret is customer service. You heard it. Customer service. When you go to McDonald's or you buy something from Target or Costco, the way that a person treats you, that's customer service. Now, that's like on a retail basis, but you have to take some of the same concepts that all businesses use, and this can work for any business, by the way. If you're watching this and you want to 10x the income in your business and you own a print shop or a video production company or a restaurant or a pressure washing company, the principles in this are not about video or photo at all, actually. And to me, this is so much more important than the gear or the craft itself. But don't get me wrong, that stuff's important. This, though, is what's going to increase your numbers. The new camera, the new lens is really not going to increase, how much money you're making. I'm sorry, it's just not. Every now and again, you might make a sale based on something like that, based on the vanity of the gear you're using or the type of editing you're doing. But more often than not, you're going to be making sales based off trust, and trust comes from customer service. But something that we have to talk about, and we can't not talk about this, is sales. You're always selling in life. I don't care if you're going for a job interview. I don't care if you're inviting someone to your kid's birthday party or your birthday party, if you're one of those old people who still have birthday parties. I don't care what you're doing. If you're convincing somebody to, or trying to convince somebody to, go out to lunch with you and have a meeting, you're always doing sales. So I can't stress enough that I think everyone should buckle down in studying sales. I personally love Audible, and I download almost every sales book, in the top 50 sales books. I probably have listened to them, and it does cross over with customer service, so we're going to talk about that as well. I have a lot of videos on the channel that cover sales specifically for video and photo and content, so make sure you subscribe to it and go check out those videos on the channel. But the thing that I really want to stress in this video is sales and customer service have a lot of overlap, and what I see and here, the problem is with a lot of content creators or people who own video, photo businesses, is they might be getting good at the sales part, the pre-project part, where you're, getting the acquisitions, you're doing the pitch deck, you're doing the sales calls, and you might even close the job. Where I see the problem and where the disconnect is once you make the sale. You might make the sale and then, do the pre-production, do the production, deliver the product. But the problem, I think, is we think of sales as happening over here, and then we think of production, and then we think, wave goodbye, see you next time. But you might not see them next time, and here's why. Because although you did the front end sales, which traditionally we think, a sales department goes out and makes the sale, and then it gets handed off to production. And then they do the production, gets handed off to, the accounts payable, like people get the money and that's it. But what you really got to realize is that you do sales here, You do sales during the project, during the process of delivering the product, and then you do sales afterwards. And that's what makes people come all the way back and start over on another project at a later date or in the following year. So when I say you're always doing sales, you're absolutely always doing sales. And customer service is a big part of that. So whenever I am selling or I'm trying to get a deal done with a potential client, I make sure that my customer service is top notch, and that's to be expected. You're trying to woo this company to use you instead of a competitor, because let's be honest, there's a lot of people doing this now, so you have to give them a reason to use you, right? But let's just say that I do a good job there and I make the sale. Well, a lot of content creators or just business owners, they might fall off right after that in terms of the customer service. They've got the sale, like they've got the ink is dry, right? They're going to do the project. Well, their demeanor changes. You're not so nice anymore. Now you're like just trying to get the work done so you can get paid, right? And although in your mind that might not seem like a big drop off, the customer is going to notice it. So I personally had to learn the hard way. I try to keep the same attitude, sales demeanor, customer service demeanor, if you will, from the onset to production. So in production, I've still got the same energy. I've still got the same responsiveness. I act like I haven't made the sale yet. Like I'm still like, they send me a text, I get right back to them. They want to ask me a question, I get right back to them. It's just like the first part, right? So we can think about this in thirds. And then if you can get your customer service up there and your sales, you're still doing sales, you're still doing customer service during that production part. Now, what about post-production? What about when the project's done? That might be the most important part, because that's where the biggest drop-off is in small businesses. And I've felt that whenever I've hired people for something, when I was talking about hiring them, they were super nice, very eager to do the work, very eager to give me the business, and I felt like, wow, this is going to be good customer service. And they might even done a good job, but a week later, I have a question about the product. I text them or call them. Maybe they don't answer, or they really slow to text back. And then when they do talk to me, it's almost like I'm talking to a different person. They've already made the sale. They've already gotten paid. And so now it's just like extra. And it's like, well, you didn't pay for this extra question you had here. And I don't know if they realize it, but I definitely realized it. And I said to myself, I might consider using somebody else in the future. So if you can maintain that sales and customer service consistently all the way across the board, that's what's going to get you repeat customers. That's what is going to get you tons and tons of referrals. And I'll give you guys a quick example real quick. I just did a project for a large company, transportation company, let's call it. And the project has been done for about 6 weeks. I get a text from the marketing director of the company saying, hey, we're having an issue with the video. It was 45 seconds long. We actually need it to be about a minute long. Now, I could have text back really slowly. I could have said, okay, we can invoice you for, $200 or $400 to re-edit it, add 15 seconds. But what I did instead was I immediately called her. She answered, and I discussed very quickly with her what the issue was and what they needed. And it was really just like 15 seconds extra of footage, which I had plenty of it. She asked how much it was going to cost. I told her it was going to cost absolutely nothing. I said, give me 15 minutes and then check your email. Well, in about 5 minutes, I had went and found some really good shots, added it to the video. It was like for a website banner, and then sent it to her. She texted me back later that evening saying that she was so grateful that I turned that around so fast, because they were able to upload it to their website for this launch that they were doing, and they were going to be showing the owners and all that good stuff. Now, that did not take a lot of effort, and I didn't have to squeeze every little penny out of these people, because I charged plenty on the front end. And watch my other videos that discuss how I go about pricing my job so that you aren't struggling and worried about every little penny. Like, they paid for the customer service, and it's the least I can do for their business is to just help them out in a time of need like that. So, and I think about it, that was me working on the sales for the next project, because she was so over the moon about how I took the time and I turned it around really quickly. Even though she didn't ask me to turn it around really quickly, I did it anyway. And she's going to remember that for when they have another project. She's going to know who to call, and that will probably be me. And then when she's referring other people to me, or me to other people, I guess, even on a subconscious level, she's going to remember that, I did that, or she's going to remember the whole process. But little things like that, you'd be surprised they stick with people, and it's kind of just the right thing to do, honestly. Another thing that I want to stress, and it goes into customer service, is do not sell crap and do not sell things to people that they do not need. This is very important, and this can quickly ruin your reputation. You don't want to be known as the guy that's running around trying to do as much as humanly possible to make the most money possible. Now, maybe that works in some industries, but in our industry, I just don't think it works. It comes across a little sleazy, and it comes across as, all you care about is the money. And yes, you can make good money doing this, but it takes a lot of work. And so I have a lot of videos that talk about how to maximize your profits, but also maximize the value for your customers. So make sure you just go watch our videos. Honestly, I need a playlist for those, but I don't have one. Just go to videos, scroll through, you'll see some thumbnails that say things to that nature. But if you have a client come to you and you just feel like they could spend their money better in another place, or that you might can make a great product for them, but it's not really going to move the needle for their business, just simply be honest with them, and they will appreciate that, and they will remember you. And if the day does come where they do think it would move the needle, they'll hire you. Or if they have another friend, and most business owners, we're all friends with business owners, other business owners, so they might refer you and say, yeah, this guy was super honest. I tried to, hire him, and instead of, flushing $3,000 down the drain, he explained to me why maybe I needed to wait, or maybe how I could do it myself. And I just really appreciated that. I would give him a call. So it will work out. Honesty will always work out for you. So the key takeaways from this video, I think, are just be the best business owner you can, exercise customer service all the way through, and study sales. And I don't mean like sleazy, timeshare typey sales. I mean just honest, trying to help people get products that are going to improve their lives. That's the kind of sales that I'm talking about in this video. As I promised you guys, I do have a free gift for you, but please do go and like and subscribe. It would mean a lot to me. But I'm going to share with you guys my proposal template for my content and how I do value stacking. And you can go in the description to get that. It's going to be like a PDF document that you can download, and then you can just change all the information, put the stuff for your client. And it's very aesthetically pleasing, and it's worked really good for me over the years in closing some deals. And if you want to see how I actually format that and how I do what's called value stacking to give my customer the most value and to maximize my profits, which is like a 360 win for everybody, go and watch the video that is being suggested now. Like and subscribe to the channel. I will see you guys later. Peace.